Hi, Francesco.
Hi, Sinem.
Can you share International Energy Agency's insights on the best practices for reducing fuel consumption and emissions in shipping?
Sure. First of all, let me spend a few words on why we talk about shipping. Shipping accounts for about 2% of global CO2 emissions, which is equivalent to the annual CO2 emissions of Germany and France together, just to give a sense of the scale. And more than 80% of all trade by mass, from fossil fuels to bulk materials and goods, is traded via sea. So in order to reduce the emissions of the shipping sector, there are mainly two measures: improving energy efficiency and switching to low emissions fuels. Energy efficiency improvements can be achieved via operational practices or by technological measures. An example of the former is the slow steaming, for example, which consists in reducing the average speed of the ship, or another one is the dynamic route optimization by taking into account winds and currents. Then technical measures to improve the energy efficiency of a ship can be instead deployed at the time the ship is built or eventually when the ship is retrofitted. Among the principal measures available today, there are the rotor sails. Already at least 15 ships are equipped with this. Waste heat recovery, deployed today in over 30 units. The optimization of the shape of the hull in order to reduce water resistance, and also air lubrication to reduce the frictional resistance. And today, already around 200 ships are equipped with this. And these improvements generally provide a net financial benefit in terms of the fuel cost. While these measures can reduce the fuel consumption, hence reducing emissions, they cannot fully eliminate them. And this is why switching to low emissions fuels is needed in order to achieve a larger emissions reduction in the medium to long term, and so to achieve the net zero emission goals. We speak about drop-in fuels for those that don't require major engine modifications. These are, for example, biodiesel, biomethane, or synthetic methane that can be used respectively in diesel or LNG engines. In the case of other promising low-emission fuels, such as ammonia, methanol, or hydrogen, modifications are required not only to the engine, but also to tanks, safety measures, plus the infrastructure to supply these fuels. And the adoption of these fuels will not require only technological changes and innovation, but also new safety codes and new standards. Moving briefly to the supply side before concluding, in the case of biofuels, their availability is limited by the amount of available sustainable biomass. For hydrogen-based fuels, such as ammonia or synthetic methanol, for example, while their availability would not be an issue, technology innovation and cost are among the main barriers that we face today. If you're curious to discover more, I invite you to take a look at the IEA Energy Technology Perspective report that we released in October 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Francesco, for your contribution. Goodbye.